Winchester is a movie directed by Michael and Peter Sperritt, and it stars Jason Clarke and Helen Mirren. And this film is based off a true story about a woman named Sarah Winchester. After her husband passed away, she gained all of his money, and she hears like voices and noises and demons and spirits, so she decides to hire construction workers to like add rooms into the mansions just to keep the monsters at bay. But I'm just thinking, she hears noises at night, as she claims, but yet she hires construction workers to work on the mansion 24/7. Right. In this movie, Helen Mirren plays Sarah Winchester, and she summons this Dr. Eric Price, who's being played by Jason Clarke, in her moment of need. And we have our movie, and this character is pretty much dealing with demons in this whole entire mansion. And by watching this movie, I gotta say that this movie was really interesting to watch, because this movie was a big giant jump scare. I just gotta say that Helen Mirren did a decent job with her role. It wasn't a spectacular performance, and again, Helen Mirren is one of those actors, if she gives 10% of her best effort, it is still decent and still okay. She didn't really give out her best performance. It was just an okay, a forgettable performance, but it wasn't bad and it wasn't memorable. Saying that for Helen Mirren, who is one of my favorite actresses in the industry, is kind of a disappointment in my eyes. Jason Clarke, he came a long way from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, you know, and he plays a character named Eric Price. He's a doctor, and I thought that his performance was just average, wasn't really memorable. There wasn't really much substance with his character, or they kind of hinted his backstory, but then the third act sort of fleshes his backstory out, but it's gotten to a point at the first two acts was such a bore fest that I lacked the effort to really care about this character, because this guy was just walking in every single room, opening up every single door. You hear a small little creak. He walks on the floor, creaking. He's just walking, you know, just dodging ghosts and demons, and you're like, oh, stay away from me. He's looking through a keyhole. He sees a monster's face. He looks inside a peephole of a door. He sees a monster's face. This movie was just a cliche, and I was just sitting there watching this film, and I'm just like, okay, a jump scare is gonna happen in 3, 2, 1. And there has so many jump scares in this movie that I felt like that this whole entire movie was a jump scare. And I don't even know how that's possible. And the jump scares didn't really have much creativity. And the Sperritt Brothers, they didn't really add much flair to the jump scares. It was pretty much your everyday generic jump scare that you've seen in other movies. And then the third act, I just lost complete track of it. There was something about this bullet, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, these guys must be watching Supernatural. And then there's these two characters, this mom character, which I do not know her name, and there's her and her son. They were like, I don't even know who they are. They were just added pieces to this film, and if you take them out in this movie, it just doesn't really impact the film itself. They're just there. I wanted more with these characters just to say that they're there. I want them to have a impact. I wanted to feel for these characters, but really the movie did a bad job of having me care for these characters. It's gotten to a point where I was actually sort of rooting for the demons themselves, and it wasn't really scary at all. The aesthetics was just bland. And there's this one scene that I feel like the Sperritt Brothers had a movie night, and they must have watched Insidious, and they took a particular scene from Insidious and they were inspired, so they added that exact scene into this movie. A scene where these ghosts decides to help the main character find the main ghost. I was just like, woo, 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 woo. My insides was crawling with pain. I gotta give Winchester a George Clooney Batman, bat ass, bat nipples, and this is definitely a forgettable film, a cinematic disaster, a disappointing performance from Helen Mirren, and I'm really disappointed in the Sperritt Brothers. These guys are great directors. So guys, that's my review of Winchester. Now guys, I recommend you save your $10. Use that $10 for Black Panther that comes in the theaters February 16th in 2 weeks. Guys, I have a few projects coming your way. I have a short film in the works. I will have a sneak peek at the end of this video. Stay tuned for that. It'll be like 10 seconds. You are the best. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here. Join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao. Thanks. You know, that's how it is with me. I keep it 100.
I'll tell you about this guy I like.
Sure. Yeah. What's his name?
Jack.
Jack? Yeah, but about that, I just want to let you know that there's someone else out there that really cares for you as much as he do. I don't know if he cares for you as much as I do.
Aww, that's so sweet. But I just see you as a friend.
It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. I got some demons, watch what you speaking. I might reveal it. I might unleash it. Hey, shut the fuck up, talk too much. You niggas bluffing, ain't that tough. Pull up all my niggas clutch like